And once again, thank you for coming to this briefing, and thanks to the dear host, Academia Sinica, for arranging this. Okay, so just like the topic today, on behalf of Taipei Service Center of National Immigration Office, I'm going to introduce and promote our student ARC online application system to you, and also share some tips for operation of this system. So let's get started. And I'm going to spend just a couple of slides on ARC, since I know that most of our audience today already obtain ARCs. So I'm not going to elaborate on ARC itself, but focus more on how to operate the online application system. Okay, so what's an ARC? In short, it's your ID in Taiwan. So some of you might have already known that right at the moment we issue two forms of ARC, and one is this IC card residence certificate, which you are probably more familiar with, and the other one is the new one. It's an A4 size paper certificate. Both of them are ARCs, but what's the difference? In most cases, students who apply for ARC with certificate, enrollment certificate from school will get a 1-year ARC. But for those students who just come into Taiwan with resident visa and just an offer letter from school, or students of short-term language program will only get a paper certificate like that one, and with the validity for 6 months or less. But both of them are ARCs, but what's the difference? We will get back to that later. What's that about our online application system? Okay, so now we're going to our main topic, student online application system. And here's the front page of our application systems. And actually, this system was launched about 2 years ago, but back at then, only school can apply for students of their students. But it was until last summer, students can create their own online account and apply online by themselves. So online application will gradually take over student ARC applications at counter. And it is planned in 2021, which is next year. All students will be able to apply online, except for some special cases. And what Taipei Service Center do right now, since this February, we start to assist students coming from school to apply ARC at our station to apply online. So next time when you come to our stations, we will also tell you to apply online, so you can simply do that at home. You don't have to come a long way to our center. And since I'm here to promote this system, I'm going to tell you why it's so good to apply online. So just a question, how many of you have ever been to Taipei Service Center during August or September? Anyone? And great. For those of you who are lucky enough to say no, please ask them. It's such a long waiting, you know. When you see the waiting number is rolling up like it will never end, and you have to wait 100 people before you, that's normal. And when you see a one-digit waiting number at 3 in the afternoon, don't get happy too soon. That's because our old-fashioned number caller cannot show number over 100. So it's go round again. So for my respect, I think the top reason why you should apply online is because you don't have to get up early in the morning and go a long way from your dorm to our center and still need to waiting for 100 people or more to before you get your number. And when you finally get your number, you grab all your things and run to the counter and try to get everything done as soon as possible. But damn, you forget your passport on your table. So how frustrated it would be, right? So the system will help you to avoid that. So that's, I think, the main point why you should apply online. And all of you know that our center opens from 8 to 5 in weekdays only, but the system works 24 hours a day and 7 days a week the whole year. So if you cannot make it at 5 because you studied too hard, and the system will help you. All right? And also, it cut down the inspection days to 5 days. It will take double of the time, which are 10 days for your application at counter. So, for example, like you want to travel to another city of Taiwan during your 5 days for inspection, and you want to choose another service station to pick up your card. You are welcome to do that. You can choose your own service station around Taiwan to pick up your new ARC. But if you really want to see me or my dear colleagues at Taipei City Center, you are also welcome to do that. And last but not least, you can also pay with various methods. At counter, you can only pay it in cash. But with this online system, you can choose to pay with your credit card or the other methods shown on this slide. But just one reminder, if you choose to pay with other platforms, like you want to pay at 7-Eleven or Kmart or etc., it will take about 2 or 3 days more for the government to make sure that your money to be transferred to its account. So that would be a little bit longer, but still more convenient than applying at counter. Next question is, can I apply online? Like I say, most students who acquire ARCs can apply online right now, like you can see in this diagram, but only for the grade 1. Students with shortened language program cannot apply online at the moment, but I think most of you here today will be able to do that, so that's no problem for you. And remember earlier I said that we will go back to why it makes different with which kind of ARC you hold. The system offers 4 options for you to apply online. Like you can see here, first one, first time application for ARC, second one, renewal of your ARC, and extension of ARC, and last one, changing your information. And it's easy for you to understand number 1, number 3, and number 4, but number 2 is a special option for those students who just come into Taiwan with their resident visa and an offer letter from school. Article 22 of Immigration Act regulates that once you hold your resident ARC come into Taiwan, you need to change it to your ARC within 15 days. Otherwise, there will be penalty to be applied on you. So for those students who just come in with resident visa and cannot finish their registration within that 15 days, NIA will issue a 6 months paper certificate for those students first. And after those students finish their registration, they will be able to apply online for ARC renewal. That's the second one. And after that, those students will get another half year. And that is, you change your paper certificate, replace your paper certificate to IC card certificate, and change your student status from unregistered to registered. That's the difference. And a little bit more about point 1. Besides for those real first-time students who just come with their visa, for those students, whenever or however your student ARC is either canceled or expired, and you need to get a new student visa and re-entry again to apply your ARC again, you count as first-time applicants, all right? And for the fourth one, except for change your information with this option, you can also report for your ARC lost. So with this fourth option, when you lost your ARC, you can simply apply for this option and acquire for reissuing of your ARC. All right? And when to start your application? Well, here you can see a chart here, but the main rules are, rule number 1, never expired. You can see your expiry date on your ARC, so never expired. And rule number 2, probably some of you have already known that, you need to report us for change of your residence address within 15 days after you move. So otherwise there will be penalty as well. So if you sign your rental contract or a lease starts before your date of your actual moving, you need to attach additional statement to point out which exactly is the date that you moved to your new address along with your application, so you won't be fined. Okay, here's a little reminder that for some students might ask, what if I am about to extend my ARC but also happen to change my residence address? Can I do that at the same time, or do I have to do it separately? The answer is that you can do that at the same time. You only need to choose the option for extension, and you can also change your information at the same time. But if you only choose information change, you cannot extend your ARC. So please keep in mind that you don't make the wrong decision. And like I say, most students who acquire for ARC can apply online. So for students who just need for visa extension, you need to approach to counter for your application. And for students who transfer from one school to another, or for school who study in shortened language school, and students who have already graduated from school, you can not apply online. You need to approach to counter as well. And for those students who overstay or you forget to report your address changing within 15 days, you also need to approach the counter for your penalty before you can extend your ARC. And to the applying process, here is the front page that you will see when you want to apply for your ARC. I believe that some of you have already seen this one. Okay, so just a little reminder, before you log into the application system, you can also download user guide and instruction. Right over there, we provide both Chinese and English version. You can simply switch it with that button up there. It's Chinese, and you can change to English version. And we both provide English version and Chinese version instruction and user guide. So going to the applying process, those instructions in the pink boxes are for applicants, and those in the green boxes are for our inspectors. So for those pink boxes, we can see that if you want to apply online, first you need to create an online account first. And after you registered for your online account, a verification mail and a link to boot your account will automatically send by the system to your email you just registered. And after you boot your account, you can go online to send out your application. And it takes about 5 working days for our inspector to see your case, to review your case. But if there is any information need to be changed or any additional supplemental document are need to be uploaded, your case will be sent back to you by our inspectors, and definitely it will take some more days for your case. So when your case is finally closed or approved and you've done your online payment, you can either download your paper certificate by yourself, or you can download your receipt and bring the receipt to our service center you choose to pick up your ARC. So that's quite simple. And this is the registration front page. That's what you will see, that after you go into our registration page, you will see that one, you can create your account. Just like I say, that's the first step you need to do. You need to create an account. After you click that button, you will see this page, and you need to fill in all your basic information. And please do keep in mind that you need to put all the information with red star, which are required information, and make it right. Either it's capital letters or not, it matters. So you need to make everything right so we can link your information with your residence record, and you can apply online. And after you registered, you create an account. Just like I say, that a verification mail will be automatically sent by the system to you. And you need to boot your account with the link attached in this mail. So if you don't if you don't activate your account with this mail, with this link, it cannot be used. So you need to do that. And please do keep this mail for long, because you apply only once a year. After 1 year, you will definitely forget your account name. And this one will help you because we provide your account name over there. And you can change your password with this account as well. So please do not erase it or cancel it. And this is the page for application form. After you log into your account, you will see those 4 options I just mentioned. Like extension or first time applying is right up there with the ribbon over there. There are all options you can choose. So click the one that which matches your need, and you go into this page. This page is electronic application form. You need to attach all the documents you need for your application, and also fill in and double check all your information for your residence record. And after that, you can simply send it out. And don't double click or multiple click many times, because when you do that, the system kind of running very slow. If you do that, you will send out multiple applications and then it will be sent back to you. Okay, so just pay attention to that. And these are the charts for the documents which are required for your applications. But you don't have to memorize it because you can always see that at the user guide and instruction. So it's just show you that these are kind of documents you need to prepare before you can apply online. Okay, so just like I say that our center has assisted students in using this system for a couple of weeks, and we've concluded several problems that you might have encountered when you use this system. So scenario 1, the system will show that there's no entry records found for your application. And that's a high possibility that, just like I say, that you put in the wrong information when you registered this account. So when you account this one, you simply have to double check your information to see whether everything is correct, including your passport number, your birth date, even your name. And then most of the people do that, they can resolve this problem. So that's it. And scenario 2, a system showed that you didn't apply within 15 days, so you cannot apply online. Possibility 1 is that you really overstay or you really missed those 15 days that you need to report to us. So you will have to approach the counter to pay your penalty before you can send out your application for extension or anything else. And the other one is that some of the students might get their resident visa in Taiwan. For those students, because the system cannot tell which day you come into Taiwan. So for the students, you cannot apply online. You also need to approach to counter, but I don't think that would be the case for all of you. So just sharing. And that's how you count your 15 days. Once you get your resident visa and you come into Taiwan, like for example, you enter on 1st of January this year, how do we count the 15 days? It counts from the next day of your entry. So it is until 16th of January that you can bring your resident visa to apply online for your ARC. And after that, you will have to approach to counter for your penalty first. And scenario 3, you cannot apply online. And it's possibly because it most happened when you apply for extension, because there might be something wrong with your residence records in our system, in our inspection system. So if you happen to encounter this, you will need to approach to counter for us to correct your information first before you can do that online. And sometimes you cannot modify your file or you cannot upload the document we need. Scenario 1, you cannot change your school's name. Some students might finish this program and approach to another program like bachelor to master, and you cannot apply online yet, but it will be fixed probably by the end of this June. And right now you cannot do that if you change from one school to another. So the thing you can do is that you need to approach to the counter. And the other one is that you used to hold a valid ARC, but you go out and come back here with a new resident visa and study in a different school, but your previous ARC hasn't been canceled yet, and we will bring out the wrong information of your resident record. And if you encounter that, you can just simply call us to fix for you, and then you can apply online at home. And scenario 2, sometimes, just like I said, that you only need to fill in or upload documents with restart, which are required document or required information. But sometimes it will show that there's no star for this other supplemental document, but it still shows that you need to upload. That's because you wrongly check the box below your photo. It's for scholarship, but because it's too close to registered or unregistered, you might wrongly check it. And the solution is that you uncheck it, and then you will solve the problem. And scenario 3, the last one, you cannot upload your file. Either it's oversized or too blurry, too small, or it's unacceptable format, or it's false ratio, because we got certain ratio that for your photo, because you need to put on your ARC. So it's required. The only way to solve it is to scale your files. And what's the qualified files for uploading? And you can see the scale here, and the size must be between 4K to 512K, and the format can be JPG, JPEG, PNG, BMP, PDF. And aspect ratio is especially for your photo, because like I say that you need to put on your ARC, so it needs to be, aspect ratio needs to be 4:3. So you need to make all your document fits to these qualifications before you can successfully upload it. And our option is that you can use MS Paint if you are familiar with that, or any other apps that can fix your files. Either way, it's fine, as long as you can match the qualifications. And I'm going to skip this because I believe that most of you are more professional than me in using MS Paint, so I'm going to skip this one. And just keep in mind those scales need for your document uploaded. And jump to last reminder. When you first log into the system, please do remember that you need to create an online account. And when you create an online account, keep your verification mail, because that will help you to memorize your account name. And the other thing is that we need you to put your resident address in Chinese. But if you cannot do that, you can ask your friend or your schoolmate to do that for you. But if you still cannot do that, please do attach your lease, or you can print it out and attach to your applications, that our inspectors to see those address in Chinese, and they can change for you if you really cannot type in Chinese. And there's an idle time, about 30 minutes for the system. So once you logged in, it will start to count down. And so my suggestion is that you prepare all the documents you need for uploading before you log into the system, before you use the system, because it might have take a lot of your time for you to resize your file, and it won't stop ticking. The clock will going on. So probably once you fix all the files and time is up, you have to restart again. So prepare all the documents you need before you log into the system. And now, any questions? No? Sorry?
So like, for example, sometimes if we are shifting to we are not signing a contract, but we are shifting to some friend's house for a particular period of time.
Okay, that's a good question. If you do not sign the lease or rental contract by yourself, so like I say that you need to attach additional files to that. What you need to do is you need to make a copy of the lease and ask your friend who signed the contract to make a brief statement for you, saying that I blah, 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 allows someone to live with me in this address since which date? Because like I say that we count 15 days, right? So you need to clearly point out that. You simply make a statement and attach to your application and you can do your online application. That's it. Anyone else?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a question from my line.
Okay.
Looking at our line.
Okay.
From Facebook. She's asking that if he got his if he got his visa as visitor visa to enter into Taiwan for the first time, could she still apply it online?
Well, according to our regulations, students who acquire for student ARC need to obtain a resident visa. So if the students only obtain a visitor's visa, he or she needs to go to the Bureau of Consular Affairs to change a resident visa before he can apply for ARC.
Okay, so in her case, she has to go to the counter. The counter, she has to access the counter.
Needs to go to Bureau of Consular Affairs first.
Okay, different.
Yes, different sector. Okay. Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Question. If the here.
I'm sorry.
Is it possible that we apply for family members?
Not yet online because it's different purpose of resident. So they still need to apply at counter. And they need to get a visa before they can get an ARC.
No, they already have ARC, but
Oh,
just
really?
for the renewal.
Oh no, sorry, not at the moment. Okay, only students. This online system is for students only. So just like I say that after you graduate, you are no more students. You cannot apply online for your 6 months looking for a job. Okay?
I have one more question.
Yes?
So like we have to give up like previous ARCs, like
Mhm.
the old one and then exchange with the new one.
Uh-huh.
So like how this process will go, like how exactly we will get the new one and give the old one.
I'm sorry, again?
So we like if we want to extend our ARC
Uh-huh.
for 1 year, we give our old ARC and then we get the new one, right?
Yes, that's
So
right.
how do we exchange, like how this process will go, because everything is online here, right?
So you need to bring your old ARC to the counter. Once you bring your receipt for the new ARC, you bring it back.
So anyhow we have to come to the office, right?
Yes, once, just once.
Oh, okay.
But before this system, you have to come twice, right? So save one.
Okay, like we have to do the email thing, like the postal
Yes,
thing.
I know. So that's not the biggest benefit for this system.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I already know that I will transfer myself from the 1st of April. Now, can I already apply for the information change, or should I wait until 1st April?
You can do either. You just got the paper ARC, right?
Yeah?
You got the paper ARC, right? Because of your passport? Or
HP, if I got to?
and you just saying that you get a paper ARC or the ARC card?
No.
You get a
I
card?
already know that I will transfer myself on 1st April. I already have my ARC. I have to change the information.
Change information. If you want to change your information, that's residence address or simply passport number. Can I have a look of that? Yes?
Yes, because now the address is the current one, but I will change it on the 1st April. Can I already change it now? Because I will move out, or I have to wait for 1st April?
No, you don't have to wait. You can report us in advance. You still need to make a statement if it doesn't match what's on your lease. You just simply need to make a statement, okay?
Is it possible?
I'm sorry, can the gentleman behind first? All right.
Is it possible to renew while you're not in Taiwan?
Yes, you can do that online. Yes, you can do that. Just prepare all the documents you need. But make sure that you issue the application before it is expired. And also you still need your enrollment certificate from your school. So are you sure that you can get that out of Taiwan? I know a lot of students, a lot of schools issue electronic enrollment certificate, so you can do that. Yes. Sorry.
I have a question. So so I will ask one by one.
Okay.
First is I noticed that you mentioned about there's a difference between IC card and ARC. What's
Yeah.
the difference between them?
You mean the paper one? Paper one and IC card, right?
Oh, that one is IC card.
Sorry. You mean what's the difference between them? Is that right?
So IC card is same as ARC.
Yes, that's ARC. Both of them are ARCs. Just this one is the paper one, and it's IC card. They are all ARCs.
Oh, and then the second thing is this system is region locked or not? Because one case I faced last time is my wife ARC at the beginning is registered in Taoyuan City. So when we registered in Taipei, they say, oh, my wife card is locked, so they need to unlock it first. So, and you mentioned that when we apply this online, we can pick up at any branch of ARC.
Yes, right.
How about that?
I'm not quite sure why your wife's ARC is locked because.
I mean, the ARC is registered from the Taoyuan branch. So.
Oh, okay. That's not locked. That's because when you get your ARC, we need to beep it to make sure that you've already the card has been issued. So you just need to call the service station which issued the card and ask them to beep it, and then that's okay. It makes no difference wherever you pick up the card. That doesn't matter. Okay.
And then you mentioned that we can apply from outside Taiwan.
Yes.
So how about, is there any deadline for pickup of ARC?
Well, I'm afraid that you need to ask your family or your friends in Taiwan to send out your new ARC for you, and you need to send back your old ARC when your friends pick up for you.
So how long usually you will keep the ARC until we pick up?
Yes, you can keep that.
I mean, how long?
How long you can
the
keep?
office-
How long will the office hold the ARC?
We won't hold the ARC. Once you give it back, we will cancel it immediately.
It means the new one, right?
The new one.
The new one? The new one, oh, there's no time limit. We will keep it. So,
as long as our ARC is not expired, for example, like I apply from outside of Taiwan when I go back home, and then
usually you can bring your receipt. You can download that, right? You can download a receipt online, and you can bring your OARC and your receipt to our colleagues at the airport, and they will check your resident records. Because once we approve a new application, your old one will be automatically canceled, but we will also have the records of your new validity of your ARC, so no worries about that.
And then next is there any option to, because last time I know that there is registration for 1 year period and 2 year period. We can apply for that or not?
No, without scholarship. If you got scholarship, Taiwan scholarship or MOFA scholarship, you can apply more than 1 year. But without that, every student will get 1 year ARC each time. Oh, but that's when their passport are longer than 1 year. Otherwise, we will cut the validity until the date of your passport expiry date.
You said if we have what scholarship, MOFA or MOE?
MOFA or Taiwan, MOE, yes, MOE or MOFA.
That's the only way you qualify for more than 1 year.
Yes, that's right. And you need to attach that, and you need to check the box saying that you got the scholarship. We can issue more than 1 year.
Last question. So, how important is the correctness of the information in the ARC? Because actually my ARC have one problem. It's in the address is missing one letter.
Okay.
So last time when I extend, I also say, oh, this is my address is not correct. It's less one letter. Oh, it's okay, no problem. And finally, until now, after I extend, they still say.
Well, it says no problem because that's probably not an important character. It's number or it's just a Chinese character.
So it should be Yan, Ji, Yan, Lu.
Lu, and then.
Yan, Ji, Yan. The Yan is missing.
Oh, okay.
Yan, Ji, Lu.
So that's probably because they can recognize that. So they say that's not important, but actually it's important because that's your basic information. And if you happen to get the wrong card, and that's not your fault. You can always come back to us. We will reissue a new one with the correct correct information on it. So that's important.
You said that as soon as your application is accepted, the old card is canceled.
No, soon the new card is issued. Your new card is approved, and then your old card will be canceled.
So if your new card is issued today, but you go to pick it up until 2 weeks from now.
That's okay because you've already got the new validity for your ARC, so that's okay.
Okay. So what if you're out of the country when your card is approved?
Well, actually, we won't do that soon, to be honest, because we need to make sure that you come to pick up your card, and we will keep it valid to make sure that everything is all right. So no worries about that.
How soon before the expiration date can you apply?
I'm sorry again?
How soon before the expiration date for your ARC can you apply? Let's say it expires next month.
Oh, you can apply 30 days before it is expired.
3 days.
30 days.
30
30 days, yes.
I have a silly question.
No questions, silly.
If I'm going outside for urgent reasons and I'm coming back after my ARC expires, but I applied online and everything is approved.
Yes.
But I don't have the card because it's in the office and I did not.
So just
collect
like I say that once it's approved, you can bring your, it's easy for those countries with, which joins visa exempt program of Taiwan, because that's not, that would be a problem for you to take flight, because sometimes the flight company need to make sure that you do have qualified ID to fly to the country, fly to your destination. So it's easy for visa exempt program countries. You can simply come here because you can always use that visa exempt. But for those countries, for those students who come from countries which needs visa, that could be a problem. So you better ask your friends or family here in Taiwan to send out your new valid ARC to wherever you are, and that would be okay.
So you can pick up the new one without handing in the old one if you're out of the country?
Yes, if in that special occasions, sometimes we can do that. But you remember to cut a corner of your old card in case that it would be, I don't know, used by somebody else.
I have two questions, because here you have two options, right? Foreign student and overseas, and blah 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 here. Which one we should choose?
Foreign students.
This one.
Yes,
Because I
that's
think
for.
here,
No, the foreign
blue,
student.
right?
Yes.
Because I think there is the purple one.
Oh, really? I put the wrong one, but it's right for you to choose the foreign students.
Okay.
The other one is for students from mainland China, Macau, and Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Okay, foreign students is the right one.
And the second is how about
Sorry.
the application of the e-gate?
Application for e-gates, you need to apply by yourself. I'm sorry, because we
Also,
need to.
when we pick up, we.
Yes, you can do that. We provide that service at our service center. You can do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And remember to register for your e-gate whenever you change your IC card. Okay? Yes? Sorry?
Okay, I have a question, please. Okay, if I have a 6 month residence certificate, and I pass 6 months, I didn't find any job. Can I renew 6 months again?
Yes, you can apply. After you graduate, you can apply twice for 6 months. So, but each time we'll only issue 6 months for job looking. So, if it is already almost 6 months and you you don't find a job yet, you can come back here again. We can extend one more time.
Okay, I have another question. I supposed to leave my apartment in November. Then my ARC will expire in September. Then what I should do when I will move to my new apartment? Should I send the address online or I should go to the office?
Well, you can apply online. You say that your ARC will be expired in November,
No,
but September.
Yeah, but I will leave my apartment in November.
No, just like the student just mentioned that you can report to us in advance. If you plan to move later, you can always bring your new release, state your actual moving date, and you can change it. That's all right. You can apply at the same time, right? For extension. Any other questions?
It's more of a case report to you.
I have only single name in my passport.
Uh-huh.
And I tried using your online system, online application system last year, but I couldn't apply due to this thing that I don't have a surname.
Oh, you don't have it. We've already fixed it because so many students only got one name. You can put it either way. So that's all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Sorry, hi.
Postdoc students can apply online.
Postdoc students, once you get a student residence visa, you can apply for student ARC. Yes, we see which kind of visa you hold.
My friend, she got a resident visa.
Visitor's visa cannot. You resident visa, yes.
So she can able to apply, right?
Yes, right.
Online.
Yes, with all the documents required.
But postdocs are not Postdocs are not
Not a student? Postdoc is not student.
Those are employees.
Okay, employment cannot use this system, only for students. Sorry. Thank you. If you are too shy to ask your questions right at the moment, we offer consult hotlines here for you. Just a minute. You can always contact us through these numbers, or you can approach the counter, but you don't want to do that, right? So call us if you still have any further questions. And thank you very much for attending today, and keep health. Thank you.